inspiring speakers and more opportunity to network with and meet with eminent global thought leaders to share your ideas for creating partnerships, generating resources and building synergistic relationships with like-minded people from across the globe. Because we've got some incredible people who are going to be sharing ideas with you, who are going to be telling you a little bit about their life, about their journey. And of course, after that, we have the opportunity where you guys get to interact with our speakers and with each other. This is a phenomenal networking opportunity for everybody in the room, and of course, a place to learn something from some incredible people. Alright, so I'm going to be introducing our first speaker. This man actually needs no introduction because you've in some way or the other seen his work, either on television, or if you're a theatre enthusiast over there, if you're a student, you probably learned from a book that he's written. But I'm going to give you a little bit of an introduction. So, Padma Shri Alyque Padamsee is a multifaceted genius who wears 3 hats. One, as the brand father of modern Indian advertising and has built over 100 brands. 2, he's the guru of English theatre in India with over 76 major productions in his name, including Broken Images that deserves a round of applause. Broken Images that stars Shabana Azmi. His current revival of the Jesus Christ Superstar incidentally has broken all box office records. Once again for Jesus Christ Superstar. And the third thing is that he's very committed to public service work, and he's currently working with the Bombay Police Force in a campaign against eve-teasing and sexual molestation on the streets of Mumbai. The President of India conferred on him the Padma Shri Award, and the Advertising Club has named him the Advertising Man of the Century. Another round of applause for that, please. So like I said, he needs no introduction, but this is his phenomenal introduction. Let's give him a big round of applause and welcome him on stage.
Good evening, friends. Good evening. I'm very happy to be here, and there are so many people who come up to me and told me what they're doing in the area of public service, of NGO work, and I'm really astounded. And I've always learned that I was very lucky to be born into a family where I got 3 meals a day, a roof over my head. But who gave it to me? It was just an accident of birth, like all of us in this room. And do we then realize that that's a responsibility, and we should be going out to help people who did not get 3 meals a day? Now, Richard Attenborough was mentioned, his film, where I played Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And one day after shooting, Richard told me a very funny story, so I got to share it with just to kick things off, nothing too grim. So, he said, you know, there was this doctor, and he rang up his patient one day, and he said, Mr. Shah, I've just had a look at your x-rays, Mr. Shah, and I have some good news for you, Mr. Shah, and I have some bad news for you, Mr. Shah. Which would you like to hear first? Mr. Shah said, good news, bad news, good news, I'd like to hear the good news first, please, doctor, the good news, please. The doctor said, yes, well, Mr. Shah, after looking at your x-rays, I have to inform you that you have 24 hours to live. He said, that's the good news? Oh my God, doctor, what's the bad news? The bad news, Mr. Shah, is that, well, how should I put it? It's difficult to say. But the bad news is I was supposed to phone you yesterday. Why, what's the good news, what's the bad news? What's the good news and the bad news about our beloved country? The good news first. The good news is that 40% of the population of 1.3 billion is under the age of 25. 40%. It's a young India. What's the bad news? The bad news is that 40% of our netas who are supposed to govern us are over the age of 75. So this is a country we live in full of contrast, you have to admit it, full of contrast. But people in the NGO movement are trying to change that contrast for the better. And I thought today I'll just talk about this slave mentality that was in my time, and I'm glad to see it's vanishing now. And that is, do you listen to the voice of your boss or the voice of your conscience? This is something I learned very early in life. I came from a well-to-do family, and I was wonderful. My parents sent me to London to study drama at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Arts in London. And when I came back, I joined St. Xavier's College. And one day I went up to my mother. I said, look, I've been in college for 6 months. And Mummy, I have fallen in love. She said, what? Fallen in love? Well, you're only 18. What do you mean fallen in love? But yes, I've fallen in love and I want to get married. Not to get married at the age of 18. Impossible, impossible. Who's the girl? So I said, well, the girl you know very well. She comes here every day for rehearsals. She's a wonderful person and you always feed her laddus and everything else. Her name is Pearl. There was a dead silence. He said, Pearl? Pearl is already married. I said, no, she's getting a divorce. Oh, you want to marry a divorcee? And what about her 2 children? Yes, I said, I know she's got 2 children, but I'm in love with her and I would like to marry her. There was another deathly silence. My mother was in charge, by the way. My father was a bit henpecked. Sat in a corner and listened to my mother. She said, Alyque beta, you cannot marry a girl who is divorced and has 2 children. Be sensible. It's not in your karma. I said, Mummy, how do you know what's in my karma? Surely I should know what's in my karma. I want to marry this girl. He said, well, if you want to marry this girl, then you will have to leave the house. See, that's the front door. Walk to it. Now, I had no job, I had nothing, so I couldn't do that, right? So what did I do? I listened to the voice of my conscience. My conscience said to me, do you really love this girl? I said, yes. Well, then you will find a way to marry her. So, next day I rang up a friend who was in advertising. I said, you left journalism for advertising, how is it going? Oh, he said, it's wonderful. But us who are in the writing business and you know, you've done so much theatre, you'll get on very well in advertising. So I said, wonderful. I went for a test, a copy test. I got through, thank God, and I was appointed a trainee advertising copywriter. Copywriter is a creative writer, and at the princely sum of 300 rupees a month. That was those days. Anyway, I worked hard. After 3 years, I was earning enough money, so I rented a flat for Pearl and her 2 children, and I went back home. I said to my mother, 3 years have passed for me, and now I really want to get married. Oh, very good. I have some lovely girls. Yes, I've been waiting for this wonderful news. You're 22 now. It's terrific, absolutely wonderful, you know. And they give you a very good dowry. I said, I never would accept a dowry. Oh, don't accept a dowry. Don't doesn't matter. But they're beautiful girls. I will introduce you to them, and you will get married, and you will have a big, big barat and so on. I said, no, Mommy. It's the same girl. I said, Pearl. I said, yes. How can you can't think of the family. What will the Padosan say? What will the Rishtadar say? I mean, what will I say? I said, Mommy, I told you I want to get married to her. I realized I could not leave 3 years ago, but today I can. I've got a job, I've got a flat, and I packed my bag. And Mommy, I love you very much, and thank you for being such a wonderful mother. I will always be seeing you, don't worry about it, but I have to go because my karma is telling me that's what I have to do. She said, but my karma is telling me. I said, Mommy, it's my life, I have to leave. And I left. And I had a very, very, very happy marriage. It was wonderful. I saw my mother every week. I would have lunch with her. But I listened to the voice of my conscience. I did not listen to the voice of my parents. You might say, oh, what an ungrateful son. No. I always saw them. I looked after them when they were old and grey. But I always felt that somehow or the other, someone was telling me. Was it God? Was it, I don't know. But it was my conscience that if you want to do something and you really believe in it, do it. And I tell all the young people here, and I wrote this in my book, by the way, which is called A Double Life. That's my advertising and my theatre life. This little story, when I joined Lintas, a very big advertising agency, the main agency for the famous Hindustan Lever Company. And I did a film for surf, and we were fighting a battle against Nirma, who was 1/3 the price. And people said, it's impossible. Surf is 3 times more expensive. Who's going to buy surf? And sales were slipping. Till finally I got a bright idea, and I invented a character. And this character, all of those who are over 40 will know what I'm talking about when I say I invented a character called Lalita ji, who always ended each commercial by saying, इसीलिए सब की खरीदारी में, that's it, you know the story. And I thought it was a fantastic film. I showed it to the client. Now at that time, Hindustan Lever had a lot of Englishmen. It was an English company. A lot of Englishmen were there. And the marketing director was an Englishman. And he said, Alyque, old boy, what sort of a film is this where the housewife never smiles? She's always lecturing everybody, whether it's the sabzi wali who, selling, nahi, theek se tolo, and stuff like that. And the audience will hate her. That's not it. So I'm banning this film. We're not going to pay for it. What's more, we're going to get linters to pay for it. So I was very upset. But then I remembered, you don't succeed unless you try and try again. So I went to the chairman of the board of Hindustan Lever, and I said, this is the film. What do you think? He said, it's a very good film. I think you'll sell a lot of stuff and makes a good point that you're not buying, when she says, sasti cheese or achhi cheese mein fark hota hai, bhai sahab. I think that's very good. It tells you, yes, that's true. I love it. Run it. And that way, I had to fight the great God Lever and won. But I could have said, well, I'll do another film, of course he is paying all our bills and so on. No! So I'm saying, what we need to do is be more spirited in our country. We tend to, I hate this device, whoever invented it should be shot. Everyone wants to touch everyone's feet. Why is that? Your father's feet, you touch, alright, sign of respect. You go to the office, in many companies, you touch the boss's feet. The only thing that you don't touch and you should be is touching your wife's feet, because she really runs the house. But it's terrible, it's a kind of a disease. It's worse than dengue, I tell you. Yeah, touching everyone's feet. And I was really very upset when I read in the newspapers, almost every day you read it. Some wretched ruffians on the road are molesting a girl, or several girls, always touching them and this, that and the other. It's called teasing. It's not teasing. It's disgusting. And so I called a meeting of Rotary people, and all the men said, really? But our wives, they haven't had any teasing ever. I said, yeah, but that's because they drive around in chauffeur-driven cars. So no one is there to tease them. Then one of the wives got up and said, you're wrong. When my driver drops me to a shop which I want to go to, sometimes he can't get near the shop. He drops me 10 yards away, and I have to only walk 10 yards, and somebody touches me. Somebody touches me, and it's a disgusting feeling. Horrible. So I put on my thinking cap. That's what I'm famous for, of thinking of ways to do things that other people say, no, you can't do anything. You can't even catch them because in a crowd they touch you and run away. So I thought of a simple idea, and I went to the Home Minister, R.R. Patil, who was the last Home Minister, unfortunately he passed away. And I said, Patil Sahab, I've got a very good idea. I explained it to him very simply. Just think, every one of you has a brain, but are you using it to innovate, to have ideas to improve our lives, to improve our education, to improve our love for our children and our relatives? So I said, very simple idea, you give me 2 police officers, dress them in jeans and t-shirts, and I and my group is called Izzat Ki Fauj, the Army of Honor, will follow these two policemen will follow the girl, one of our volunteers, into a crowded area where we know there's a lot of this horrible easy. And I will give you another volunteer with a camera who will walk in front of the girl. As soon as the girl is touched, she screams, the two policemen jump forward, arrest him, the photographer takes a picture, and they take him off to the police station and charge him, and there's a very good section there, and they charge him under that. You don't get any bail. It is now decided that eve-teasing does not attract bail. You have to stay in prison till the magistrate finds time in his busy calendar to hear the case. And if he hears the case and finds you guilty, and we have the photographs and stuff, then that means that you go to jail for 2 years. Now how to multiply the effect of the wonderful good work that you are doing. Okay? And I leave you with lots of love and affection for the work you're doing. Thank you.
So we'd like to felicitate you right now, and I'd like to invite the Managing Director of Mirador Constructions, Mr. Vijay Pawar, to come up on stage to sponsors are incredibly important for any event. Let's give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Please.
Oh. I see. Oh, there you go. Thank you.
You can come ahead if you want.
It's called a deadly weapon. Yeah, very nice. Wonderful. I should keep this in a place of prominence in my house. It's really lovely. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you everybody for making Esperance 2.0 bigger, better and more glamorous.
See you in Esperance 2.1, which is happening on the 8th of December. So until we meet again, adios.